Okay, so I wanted to show you all a new block that I installed that'll help us with being able to do some bulk actions in Moodle. The way it was before, we had to move every individual thing um, individually, and we weren't able to do these bulk actions. So reorganizing a course could be quite difficult. So the first thing you need to do is turn editing on in the course. Make sure that all the editing tools are available. And when you turn editing on, if you have not yet added this block, it will appear. It, you'll have to go to this add a block, which should be a part of your course, and then you'll press add, and then add the block that's called mass actions. Now you don't see it right now. It should be somewhere around here because I've already added it to this course. So then I've got this block, mass actions, and this block only appears when editing is on. What this does is it gives me a way to do mass actions in Moodle. So what I've been doing right now is I'm reworking a unit on end-of-life issues, and I have a whole bunch of things that I want to delete and kind of change formatting on and things like that. So what this mass action thing does is it gives us checkboxes next to each item on the course page. And if you check these boxes, then you can perform a mass action on those boxes. So what I've been doing here is I'm working on week 13 end of life care, and I inherited this course from another teacher, and so I'm streamlining it, and I'm taking a bunch of the things that teacher had and maybe 3 different links and putting them all together into one assignment, things like that. So that's what I've been working on for the past couple of hours or so. And now I've got a bunch of things from the old course, these items that are hidden from students right now, that I want to delete because I don't need them anymore. So what I need to do is just click on the boxes to the right of those items, and then I go up to my mass action block up here, and I go to this with selected, and I press the delete button. And it'll give me the confirmation for whether I want to delete these things. Confirm mass deletion. And it will delete those things. So now when I go back down, you can see that all of those items are now gone. So I would have had to do that in probably 10 different mouse clicks before. With this new block, it's 1 mouse click. Now another thing here is I've got all of my other items are indented underneath their titles, and so I want to indent these items. So I'm going to select all of these new items that I've created, and then I'm going to go and indent, move right with all of those items. It'll reload the page, and now if I scroll down, you can see that all of these items are now indented and in line. So one of the things I'm also doing is I'm taking elements that were in the course before, and I'm kind of working on them to bring them up to what I want them to be right now. And so a lot of these items up here that are hidden from students are some of the old course items. So I want the students to do a section on physician-assisted suicide. So I'm going to choose a couple of items here. There's an article, this is an obituary from Dr. Jack Kevorkian. We're going to look at this piece on physician-assisted suicide and this link about the church's teaching on physician-assisted suicide. And then I'm going to take the assignment that he had for Kevorkian, and I believe this is one too. And maybe this end-of-life satirical cartoon assignment, see if this is something worth saving. And then I have these items selected. Now what happens if I want to move these items down to the end of this block? Well, I can't really do it by just using the move button. But what I can do here is if I choose the block that it's in, I'm going to choose the end-of-life issues block. what it'll do is it'll take those items from where they are in the block and move them all the way down to the end of the block. So when I do this, all of these items will now jump down to the end of the block. So you can see now at the end of the block, I now have all this stuff about Dr. Kevorkian so that I can start to work some of the rest of this stuff together. And then if I want to delete things in bulk, I can do that again. Now, I also wanted to add a new section. I don't really like the fact that my unit on beginning of life issues and reproductive technology contains all of this stuff on gene therapy and genetic enhancement. It seems more of a medical research thing. So I'm going to move all of those materials into their own block. So I'm going to click on all of these and do a little reorganization here. So I'm going to take these and move them to a new section. We're going to move it to one of the blank blocks that I have down at the bottom. So I'm going to move these to topic 8. Okay, so now you can see that my beginning of life issues only go up to reproductive technology. And then in topic 8, way down here at the bottom, I have all of these other materials. Now, some things are a little bit out of order down here, so I've got to play around with that. For some reason, it put my title on the ethics of medical research underneath the materials on Henrietta Lacks. So I'll have to change that. And then now I'm going to call this Unit 4, Ethics of Medical Research. Okay, now the one thing that this block can't do that I've been able to find so far is you can't use it to move topics. So you still have to manually drag the topics to where you want them. So I'm going to move my Unit 4 up. And it's got to go quite a long ways. So I'm going to just stop this video. Or if you want to fast forward through all of this, you're more than welcome. Here we go. Got to go above all the end of life stuff. Okay, we're almost there. All right. So yeah, so this will make organizing courses, especially the courses that have that long scroll of death, a lot easier, because we'll be able to choose individual things and move them into their own topics. So I think this will be really good and really helpful for us. So let me know if you have any questions on it, but hopefully this helps a little bit. This is taking forever. Well, this is one of the reasons that we don't like the scroll of death. So I'll play around with this a little more, but it's helped me a lot to organize things.